Okay, just a quick update. People who've been following me online will hear me talking a lot about microbes lately and precision microbes and what really are game-changing products in the veterinary channel for animal health across species, calves, horses and pets. But precision microbes have a huge number of microbial solutions down at soil, plant and animal level. One of the really interesting ones is environmental microbes. Now there's a lot of talk about sustainability, so I just want to talk a little bit about this today because I think this is, from what I'm seeing and the research and trials that are going on, this is a really interesting area. When we think about, I suppose, bacteria, we often don't think about beneficial bacteria, we think about harmful pathogens, which is really important, I suppose, when we look at the impact of disease on farm. So when we look at this idea of competitive inhibition, the bacteria are always interacting with each other, competing. I've talked in other videos about how they do it in the digestive tract, and bacteria can produce entericins and bactericins to compete with other bacteria. But in the environment, it's equally important. And if we look at the environment we house animals in, particularly like a petri dish, and we have lots of slurry and manure and potential pathogens there, if we can control that petri dish and we have good and beneficial microorganisms there, well then it's hugely beneficial for the animals. So let's explain why. So we're using a liquid blend of live lactobacillus species, a number of bacteria in the mixture, which we fog into sheds. And that's really important. We're fogging in, you'll see the videos, we're fogging in the bacteria and we're trying to control a number of things. We're obviously trying to control the environmental pathogens that are there, so we're promoting good bacteria and we're reducing down the harmful pathogens. Again, when you do this and you control the environmental pathogens, we're actually seeing from the trials less straw being used, and again a drier environment because we're creating a composting effect at the level of bedding, and that's really beneficial because you create better quality compost as well for your bedding. But at an animal level, we're also really reducing down the infection pressure. We're controlling the microbes the animal's exposed to. We're also doing a lot for air quality because of the composting effect, you're going to reduce down ammonia. Again, if we think about why we fog in environmental microbes from an air quality point of view, well, if you think about the lung actually has a microbiome of itself, and there's a lot of research in this area of lactobacillus species being used to improve respiratory health. So this is all a fascinating area. I'm getting to work on these, so it's just a bit of an update. Again, we have an Environmental Plus product which we're putting down as sort of a primer to create the perfect conditions, because you want to do this early on farm. So it's not, you know, you can do it at any time, but we're trying to control the environment from the very beginning. Again, on some of the trials on intensive livestock systems where we have housing and more infection pressure, we're using automated misting systems, which again is controlling the environmental microbes at a number of levels. And I've been involved in research looking at slurry as well, which is really another key component, particularly of all systems. But if we can create a composting effect there and reduction of ammonia and a higher quality, I suppose, fertilizer product, what we're going to be looking at next year is growth rates and reduction of fertilizer and how that compares. So to me, with all this talk about sustainability, I think microbes are going to be part and the solution of the future. I've been very lucky to get involved. I've seen it from the animal health side. It's been quite overwhelming how successful the products have been in the veterinary channel, both in Ireland and now in other markets as well. So in the trials with the environmental microbes, we're looking at reduction of pathogens and then reduction of disease and improving animal performance as part of just one use of microbes, particularly when we look at the slurry, has been a very key component as well, particularly reducing ammonia, because if we can reduce ammonia, it not only has a good effect environmentally, but if we think about ammonia, it affects the airways of animals. It's a really good indicator of bad air quality actually when you have high ammonia levels. It affects the cilia and the airways, so it's one of the things I'll always go into. Our nose can tell us actually quite a lot when we go into farms and we smell that ammonia. So what we're doing is quite unique, quite revolutionary, and it's nature working with nature, which is a really interesting concept. As I said, with all the talk about sustainability, it's nice actually to be involved in projects that are really working with real-time solutions, I feel, that are coming right out of nature.
Just a quick update as well on cytogenoclin. It's really fascinating when you look at homoaffirmative cytogenoclin. So we're using live beneficial bacteria, 2 litres a tonne at the time of cutting, which is a high application rate, but we're seeing excellent quality preservation on the trial farms. So quality preservation is excellent, but it's being homoaffirmative. You can see it here, you can nearly eat it yourself. Again, using live beneficial bacteria, we actually have the beneficial bacteria like Enterococcus faecum NCIMB 10415. Here's the pit. Third cut on top wasn't treated, second cut on the bottom was treated. The difference in smell, taste, it's just the cows go mad for this stuff. And again, it's a homoaffirmative side, so it's a live liquid And I think it's just another example. Large volumes, yes, but for the quality of silage you're getting and the feed out values that we're going to be looking at over the winter, which already look really, really exciting, because we're going to get gut health right on these transition cows because of having the beneficial microorganisms like Ephasium, NCIMB 10415 in there. Just another role of microbes. The magic of microbes. This year I have been fascinated by it. Just a quick update on some of the other trials we're doing. 2022, you're going to hear a lot from me on the animal health side, but it's nice to see there's so many potential applications from precision microbes.